What's up, school community? Welcome to the sixth episode of the MS 582 Bulldog Podcast. I'm your host, Mr. Mason. Today we are joined by
Mason.
Melanie.
And Mr. Carrasco.
welcome, Mr. Carrasco, to the Bulldog Podcast.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Yes. Hello.
Thank you for joining us today. Mason and Melanie, very eager to conduct this interview. I'll just ask my first question. How have you been enjoying the MS 582 Bulldog Podcast so far?
Oh, man. I'm definitely a big fan. Subscribed to the YouTube. I think the YouTube's still going, right?
Yes, indeed.
All right. No, man. First of all, I just love podcasts in general. And so for us to even have our own, I think it's so dope. And it's just great that you guys have an avenue to share your voices, your opinions, talk to teachers, get more, in-depth details about their lives. And yeah, I'm a huge fan. I love that we have it. I tell everybody about it. Check out our podcast. I told my friends outside of work.
Awesome.
We have a podcast at my school. Check it out. So
Thank you, Mr. Carrasco. We appreciate that. Indeed. The work is being done. Yes, we appreciate that. So I'm going to hand it over to Mason and Melanie to facilitate our latest teacher educator interview.
All right. First question is, so I know that you played music. What inspired you to get into music, and how has it impacted your life?
well, music was just pretty big in my family growing up. My mom used to play a lot of Motown. She loved her Motown growing up, and so she just shared it with us. And so I started listening to music through that. And then my mom was also, she took us to church, and then we learned a lot of gospel songs through there. And then, come back to mainstream. And I grew up listening to Boys to Men, Brian McKnight, a lot of R&B.
Legends.
I was just like my go-to. Got me through a lot of breakups, and so. But yeah, so that's where kind of like the fire was lit for me, and then little by little as I got older, taught myself guitar. My brother had a guitar at home. He went away for college. I had surgery, and I had nothing to do, and so for 30 minutes every day, I just picked up the guitar, put on a YouTube video, and I just practiced. And I learned guitar.
Awesome. That's where I learned the podcast.
Wow.
YouTube.
And so,
That's cool.
that it was that simple. I guess it's simple, but and at the same time, I sing as well. And so trying to figure out how to sing and play is not as easy as you may think.
No, it's not.
So that took some time as well. But now, I play guitar and sing and write songs as well.
Wow.
So it's a lot of fun.
Amazing. Okay. Next question is, if you were given a chance to speak to your younger self, what are some words you would give to them?
Oh, okay. So we're getting deep. All right. Young Mr. Carrasco. I would say first thing that popped in mind was take more risk. I think growing up, I thought a lot about what people would think of me or would say if I did something specific instead of taking risk. And it held me back from taking a lot of risk or participating in things that probably would have been good for me or, going to certain schools that I could have went to, all because I thought like either I wasn't smart enough or I thought this group of people would think this about me, whatever it may be, negative or, just wouldn't like my decision. And I was very big on like people supporting me. And if I didn't feel that support, I didn't want to do whatever that thing was.
Okay. I have a couple of questions for you.
All right, let's do it.
The first one is, what keeps you motivated or what keeps you getting nervous when you like to sing?
What keeps me, like what keeps me from not getting nervous?
Or something that keeps you motivated to keep going? When you feel like you're like.
I think what got me to that point was failing. For instance, there were plenty of times where I, sang at a public place in a big group where my voice cracked, where I messed up on the wrong note on guitar. And that feeling of embarrassment and like messing up, it kind of helps you. It kind of humbles you. And so the next time you do it, you just do your best to not repeat that mistake. But it's a process because obviously no one's perfect, but all those mistakes and those quote unquote failures, they definitely help you to be better next time. And so I think that's for me what makes me like, all right, I could do this. Like you know how it feels to be embarrassed. You know how it feels to mess up. So you're gonna be all right.
Sometimes when I mess up, I start the whole song over to like get it back in check.
Yeah. Unfortunately, some places you can't do that. You just gotta keep going.
You gotta just keep going.
You just can't. Yeah. Like
keep going.
if I'm singing a song at a wedding, I'm just not gonna start over. I'm just like, hey, just keep going. Like you'll deal with the bride and the groom afterwards, and whatever they say. So.
Okay, my next question is, what is one of your favorite what is your favorite TV shows to watch when you're at home?
Currently, I'm a big Marvel fan. So currently, I'm watching Daredevil.
Yep.
Big Daredevil fan. All the Marvel shows. I wouldn't say they're all the best. Some of them are pretty corny, but I'm a big Marvel fan. What else am I watching? I don't know if you guys would know this one. Speaking Mason and Melanie, you guys know the animated one, Invincible?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I don't know what you're talking
I'm
about.
big.
I gotta catch up on
I love that
Invincible.
movie.
Big Invincible fan as well.
I'm on
Definitely
season 4.
recommend it. Maybe run it by your parents first, but yeah. don't say that Mr. Carrasco made you.
Get that Prime guard off.
Yes,
The
It gets
parental
very-
guard off. It gets a little
Definitely.
gets a
It's
little crazy.
very gory.
but
very gory. Very
those are two that I'm currently just really into. Invincible just finished, but just really enjoying. You said movies as well?
Yeah, TV shows and movies.
I mean, where do I start? I mean, it's funny. I think one of the prior episodes you mentioned Training Day,
Yeah, Training Day.
and I was laughing because I was like, man, I love Training Day.
Training Day is I learned so much from Training Day. It's such an inspirational movie. It really is. And when it comes to Denzel Washington's character, he just like till the very second until his life is on the line, he just like stands 10 toes down on his way of living life, on his methods, on the nasty stuff he does around the city, on how he's training the rookie cop. He's the hero to me in the movie. And I think I've told you this before also. Every time I watch Power, Ghost is just more and more the hero of that show.
Yep.
He's the hero.
Oh, Ghost? Do you watch Ghost? And
And Power.
oh wow, I love Power.
Yeah. No, Ghost is the hero. Everybody else that's trying to get in his way,
Yeah.
I just don't get it. Just let him be great.
Yeah. So Training Day was definitely one of my favorites growing up. And you guys ever seen Inception?
Yes.
So I like
Yeah.
movies that are just very like, what would the word be? Like very tricky like that. Kind of like you just got to really think. Cliffhanger at the end that you're just like, wait, was that real? Was it a dream? Like, was it? So I'm very big on movies like that. Just get me thinking after the movie's over.
Yes.
Shout out! Recently, I just saw. I'm a big movie person. I love going to movies. I just saw the MJ movie.
Bro, only I going to see that and like I haven't went still. Like
I'm telling you, catch it. I was moving the whole movie. Like you just,
Yeah, no, the music is great.
the music was great.
Yeah.
So
It was good. I
Definitely
want to
check
go
that
watch
out.
it. I love Michael Jackson. Like,
it was great
I'm a big fan.
just to hear the classics again.
Yeah, it's good for y'all. Like y'all didn't see like Michael. Y'all know the Michael music, but y'all didn't see Michael, with Bubbles. Michael with, his brothers on stage.
I wasn't
It's-
live.
It's a big thing. That's my point. That's my point.
I was gonna say something, but I'm not gonna say it.
Good choice. Let's
Okay.
continue with our conversation.
I was gonna.
next question is what impact does music like give like what how does it affect you?
I think music for me is definitely therapeutic. I know from growing up as a kid and to even now, if I'm having an off day, if I'm angry about something or someone made me upset, I just go listen to music, put some on. It doesn't matter what it can be. It can be R&B or just be anything, just to ease my mind and kind of take me back to that place of just peace. And so music for me is just therapeutic. Also, it kind of, a lot of times it's like solution to my problems. I'll listen to a song, I'm like, man, that makes me think about going through this situation in my life right now. And I could probably do better at this area of my life. And so music is such an avenue for so many things, such a solution for so many things.
Do you have a specific example of that?
Let me think.
Or even just a moment, like a specific like recent moment where it was like, I'm looking for this peaceful place or a solution to a problem.
So there's a song called what is it? I don't want to mess it up. It's by Sam Cooke. Is Change is Gonna Come.
Okay.
And just the title alone, I think it's just a hopeful message. And I go to that a lot of old school because my mom, she just embedded certain songs in my head. And so I go to that song a lot because it just reminds me, it just makes me hopeful that things will be all right, even no matter what's going on in the world, what's going on in my life, whatever trials I face, that, change is going to come. I got to fight through it. So
Yeah, that song has a powerful message. Even when you just think about the life of Sam Cooke, how he lived his life and then ultimately, unfortunately, how he, met his demise. That change is going to come is definitely something that can kind of like reconfigure, recalibrate where we are and where we want to go.
Okay, next question is, what's one thing that you did to impress a girl?
what's one thing I did?
I heard, I heard,
Go ahead.
I heard you fell down the fell down the subway.
I know exactly what story you're talking about.
It'd be lovely if you guys could actually get the question out.
I'm sorry. I heard you fell down the stairs, fell down the subway stairs, trying to be cute for a girl.
Yes, that is a fact. Yes, I was in my 20s and I was at Penn Station, out of all places,
Oh my
one of the
God.
biggest subway stations, and it was just this cute girl, and she was coming down the steps, and I was going up, and I saw her, and obviously immediately I thought like, man, she fine, and so my eyes were just focused on her instead of walking. And I slipped. I missed a step, something. And the worst part was I had this all white North Face jacket with the fur in the back.
Oh no!
And I just went straight forward, wow, on the steps, right in front of her. I mean, you know when you get mad when you fall, that when someone's asks like, "Oh, you need help?" You're just like, "No, I'm good." Like that's
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't try to help me out.
try to help you up. Like
It's bad enough.
I was so mad at myself. Like she like laughed, and I was just like, "Oh man, this is one of those little moments in my life I'll never forget." But yeah, man, I just took my eyes off. I was hoping for something.
I think every guy or girl can relate to that. Like you walk and you see something, you miss a step. And guys, like we just got to be used to failure. I think you mentioned it with your music sometimes. You just got to get used to failure as a man because you're going to get rejected
Yeah.
a lot.
Yeah.
You miss every shot you don't take.
Yep. Ain't that?
You miss some, you lose some.
Hopefully you win more than you lose. But even when you lose more than you win sometimes.
Yep.
It's a lesson learned. Lesson learned.
Absolutely.
Okay, my other question is, what's something you like to do when you relax at home?
Well, besides binging my shows and catching up on them, like I said, I mentioned earlier, I write music. I have some songs I wrote. Play guitar, try to figure out a melody that goes with some of the stuff I write. I'm a big video game. I play video games as much as I can because sometimes I'm just tired. After work, I'm like, I don't want to play. I don't want to think this much.
Dealing with you guys? Absolutely. Absolutely.
You're right.
Or sometimes if it's a nice day, I'll just go for a walk. Just walk around the neighborhood. Just put on a podcast, probably, and just take a walk and listen to them, or just watch the weirdos in the neighborhood. Just act all crazy. Just a random guy screaming in the streets. Like, oh, I love Brooklyn.
That's how they exercise their free time. Screaming in the middle of the street.
Okay, my last question is, how did you feel since you had 22 surgeries?
Oh, yes. So this is probably going to, like, catch so many people off guard. Yes, I have had 22 surgeries. I have a bone disorder where I grow, like, tumors on my joints. And so, yes, it is very painful. And so since the age of 8, I've had 22 surgeries just to remove them. It's nothing to feel sorry for me for. I love having surgery. Each experience with surgery has been a lesson learned and has been an experience where I've learned a lot, not just about myself, but about people in general. It's opened doors to a lot of opportunities just to talk to so many people and just kind of realize that, hey, man, life isn't just about you. I remember one specific one. For whatever reason, I think they didn't have room where the adults stay, and so they forced me to stay in a room where pediatrics, where all the kids were. And so obviously I'm sticking out. I'm like a 20-some-year-old with all these kids and all that. But just to see the kids who have what I have, but not be able to walk, not be able to do certain things that I was still able to do, it's humbling. It's humbling, and you kind of just look at life differently, and you realize, hey, man, those little small things that you get so mad about, it's not that big of a deal. You know, like you're still able to do certain things that not people. So it's definitely a humbling experience.
Well, you talked about learning from them also. You mentioned earlier that you learned to play the guitar, like during one of your recoveries. Was that the biggest thing you learned, or and like, did it really like help you recover faster? Did it make you feel more comfortable going into future surgeries? Did you know once you did that, hey, like I'm going to be able to figure out ways to get through this?
It definitely taught me that I need to stay busy during that recovery process. There's no time to just sit and mope and be all sad about what's going on. You know, that, oh, woe is me. You know, I'm going through all this pain. Like, no, let's do something. But there's action that needs to be taken, you know. So that's why, whether it's picking up a guitar or just going really hard at recovering, you know, at therapy or whatever it may be, just kind of, I always tell people this. The biggest battle when it comes to surgery is mental, is you conquering your mental state. Because once you conquer that, you're able to just do it all and get through it. You know, it's hard. I'm not gonna sit here and be like, oh, it's so easy. No, it's definitely was a process. It was difficult, and you know, but I'm able to go through it. And those surgeries were definitely a learning point in my life, and I'm so thankful for them. And like I said, I was able to just, even now, I haven't had one in a couple of years, but I'll have friends who need surgery. And they'll reach out to me, hey, how did you get through this? And so even now, I'm able to just walk people through this trial, walk people through this pain
Or
that they're
give them
going
advice.
through. Give them advice, exactly, and just be there for them, you know? Where maybe if I didn't go through those things, I wouldn't be able to tell these people
Anything?
All the stuff that you told them.
Yeah. And so that's kind of how you have to look at hey, that time in my life was very hard, but I'm thankful because I learned through it. I'm able to help people now. And I think it's a mentality that we all can just, you know, kind of do our best to learn from and, you know, accept for ourselves.
Awesome.
Okay. So what is a song that you have felt a connection to?
All right, I'm gonna go a little funny here, because you know we've been a little deep. I'm gonna go with "Doing Just Fine" by Boyz II Men. Man, that song got me through some hard times when it came to girls. Man, just I remember one time this girl broke my heart. It was in middle school. I wouldn't name her, but you know whatever. I'm healed. You know, I'm healed from that.
Totally over it.
I'm totally over it. And man, I went and I remember I had my MP3 player, and I had all the Boyz II Men songs in it. I was playing "Doing Just Fine" and just listening to it, just like, I'm good. I don't need her. You know, I'm be all right. Like, you know, but there's so many songs that I could mention. I'm sure Mr. Mason could mention.
Oh yeah.
You know that you just connect with, especially with a specific moment in your life, and that you're just like, oh, man.
I mean, it hurts me to say this, but during that 03-04 era when I was a freshman in college, the college dropout, all of Kanye's music, his features, his
So
production, it was something that you couldn't help but resonate with, right? At that age, you know, the way that he was kind of not street, not tough, not hard, all those things. It was really easy to connect with that. And on the front that you just mentioned, a lot of Wale, a lot of his music, a lot of his lyrics, they're not necessarily about heartbreak, but it's like, oh, why'd you have to do that? Why'd you have to do me dirty like that? You know, so on that front, definitely the Wale resonates with me.
Also, I want to make it clear. I don't just listen to R&B. I don't want you to think like I'm just home with
I just
like
listen
a
to
broken heart.
I just listen to I listen to a lot of R&B.
Listen to anything.
Every morning, 8 o'clock till 8:10. Come in this room. All you hear is R&B.
It's R&B.
I think once I heard you play like 112, I was like, oh, this is it.
Yeah.
I just want to
yeah.
sit here and just listen to this. Like,
I'm trying to mellow them out, but it doesn't work. It doesn't work at all.
Listen to anything.
It's like water on a gremlin. It doesn't work.
I know Mason,
Exactly.
Mason likes his rock music, right?
I like untyped music. I like rock. I like R&B. I like Spanish music. I like
Yeah,
sure.
you've been raised well. I see.
I know.
Yeah, Mason has great musical taste. It's really refreshing.
Yeah.
It is that he's not, in here bang bang shoot 'em up die slow
Yeah. No.
Like
not
his-
not anymore. But
like his classmates.
You're
Yeah.
reformed.
That was fifth grade us.
That's
Fifth
that's
grade,
that's a nasty
disgusting,
visual.
trifling,
Fifth grade. Wow.
nasty.
Oh, really?
I regret those. I regret those things. How has your life been different than what you imagined?
I definitely did not think I'll be a middle school educator.
Mm-hmm.
I'll tell you that straight up. This was the last thing on my mind. Probably it wasn't even on my mind. Growing up, and you guys are gonna laugh, I thought I was gonna be a doctor. What, Mr. Carrasco? You're crazy. No, but I really did, and specifically, I thought I was gonna be a pediatrician.
Mm-hmm.
And that was a lot.
You kind of are a pediatrician right now because these kids are sick.
So I definitely thought I was gonna be a pediatrician. That didn't work out when I realized how much school I got to do. But then that doesn't matter because now I'm in the transition of becoming a teacher from paraprofessional.
Wow.
Still got to do a lot of school. So,
That's a lot of school.
but yeah, I just didn't have it in me to become a doctor.
I don't want to say that. It just wasn't your passion. That's
Probably.
it.
Also, maybe just all the surgery. I was just like, I can't be in
Yeah.
the hospital anymore.
Yeah.
Like I can't do it, because some people would say like, "Oh, but you're used to it." It's different. It's different.
It's a wild thing to tell somebody though.
I know. I can create better boundaries, I guess. But yeah. So I thought the last thing I would do is be a middle school educator. I love it. I love it. I love my job. I love coming to work every day. I think for me, and it goes back to like that perspective of mentally. Growing up, I remember just certain teachers being so impactful in my life.
Mm-hmm.
I can name so many teachers that played a role in making me happy as a kid and saying the right things that I needed to hear. And so for 6 hours of my day, of the 24 hours I have in a day, if for those 6 hours I can be impactful for a kid,
Yeah.
then I think it's worth it.
Absolutely.
If for 6 hours I can put away Mr. Carrasco and his needs, his wants, to be impactful, to be there for a kid, I think that's the rewarding part of this job. And so I try to tell myself that every day. And there's some days it's hard. Some days I come in here and I just want to think about myself. I just want to think about what I want, what I need, And it's a challenge every day to just put that aside for a couple hours to be there for someone who needs help, whether it's in a certain subject or just life in general.
People who need life advice.
Yeah, and I'm a firm believer in there should be a balance of education and just doing life
Yeah.
with a student. Some people may disagree with me, but I just think like the amount of energy I put in trying to teach you math or reading, I should also be like, hey, how's your day? How's your weekend? How are things going? Like, oh, you went on vacation? How was it? Just take a little interest, and you see it. I know for myself, I'm sure Mr. Mason can agree. Like, you see that joy that pops up in a student when you take interest in just their life.
You notice their new sneakers.
Yeah.
You notice a new coat. You know what I'm saying? Like you remember stuff like that.
Yeah.
To hopefully connect with their students. I think that's phenomenal. And the 6 hours that we're here is like we're not disconnected from the world, but this is kind of like we all have one goal, right? We're here to learn, we're here to grow socially and academically, and committing to that from a student perspective and a teacher perspective, like it's a wonderful thing when those things come together.
Yeah, 100%.
Indeed.
Next question is, I believe I asked Mr. Feldman this. What is some accomplishments that you have achieved in your life, and what are some advice you would give to uh, a kid that wants to
Achieve some of the goals that you
yeah
achieved.
yeah
Okay. So the first part is what I'm proud of that I achieved.
mm-hmm.
I think for me, with everything I went through as far as my health with my surgeries, that I was still able to, finish school. I'm still in school, still finishing. Um, Obviously, I had a different picture of where I would be at the age I am now. It didn't work out that way, and that's just how sometimes life is, and that's okay. I learned that that's okay. Everybody goes through different seasons and a different speed in life, and even though I thought I was gonna be somewhere else, at this age I am present, that's okay. And so I think for me, I'm just proud that I'm still going. I haven't given up. That I'm still fighting to finish school and become a teacher. So I think for me, I'm just proud of that drive, and not only that, but just the community around me that supports me, whether it's my family, my best friends who hold me down. You need people, you need a community in your
Absolutely.
life. I think that's something that's not stressed enough to even you young kids. Like you need people in your life that aren't gonna yes you to death. You need people in your life.
judge you.
You not specifically judge, but in a sense like challenge you. That everything you say is gonna be like, that's a great idea, Mason. That's a great idea. No, you need people gonna be like, I don't think that's a good idea. I don't think you should do that. And sometimes it sucks, if I'm being honest. Sometimes because I want to do what I want to do, and sometimes my close friends are just like, I don't think that's a good idea. And you don't want to hear that, but it ends up being what's best for you.
Those are the best people to have around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You need those people who are going to call you out when you're acting like a fool, when you're acting a way that they know you shouldn't be, when you're not living up to the potential
Yeah.
that you have. And so I think I'm just proud of just being able to still do what I love. And then the second part was, what would I tell the students, like how to?
What would you tell?
Like he asked, what advice would you give the students who are trying to complete the same goals that you already completed?
Okay, all right. That's interesting because I know everybody just goes through their own unique path. I think for me, I'll just use an advice in general. I think one advice, if I had to give you guys, would be dare to be different. We just live in a world that there's so many copycats. Everybody wants to be like this person. Everybody wants to be like that person. And I'm not saying you can't have someone you look up to. You could. But what I'm trying to say is you have something unique, Mason. You have something unique, Melanie, that Mr. Carrasco doesn't have, that Mr. Mason doesn't have. You have talents and unique gifts that only you have to share to this world. So use them, and use them for good, And I think that would be my advice. Just dare to be different. Go against, what the world is telling you should be the average, mediocre way. No, why do we have to settle for mediocrity? Like, aim higher,
Yep.
And so I think that's so important for me just to share with you. And I had to learn that. I'm sure Mr. Mason had to learn that.
Absolutely.
We're still learning probably. And so yeah, just dare to be different. You guys are so unique, more than you think. Like, man, like I see some of you every day, and I'm just like, wow, I wasn't like that as a kid. Like I wish I had that, like. So I think that's advice I would share. I know that's not really answering your question, but just
No, I think like a message that we should share is definitely like resilience. Like even though things are hard, it doesn't mean that it's the end of the world. I like what you said about just the difference in all of us, right? Embracing that at this age, for you guys, is really challenging to embrace that because there are so many other messages coming at you guys so consistently from your teachers, from your parents, from social media, from whoever. But it's important to realize the person that you have to ever, the only person you'll answer to the most is the person in the mirror, right? Like you got to make sure that you are proud of the things you're doing, whether it's things you're doing in front of people or things you're doing when nobody's watching.
Who has the biggest influence on your life? Like, who has been the biggest influence on your life?
100% my mom. And I'm going to do my best to get through this. I am one of 4 kids who are adopted. I know everybody, every time I say it, people are like, yeah, right. No, I was adopted, one of 4. And she taught me everything. And so, and this goes to anybody out there who's dealt or who has been a foster kid. There's so many challenges that come with it. Because even though she was such a great woman, being my foster mom, there's still things you battle, right? I still felt the abandonment of my biological parents, right? I still felt like, why didn't they want me? You know, why didn't they, why, like, was I not good enough? You know what I'm saying? And I remember even as a kid just going to parks and seeing, like, full families have fun and going through stuff and thinking, why do they get to enjoy that, not me? You know? And so my mom, who now is, like, who adopted me, Ada, she taught me how to, you know, forgive those people that I felt hurt by, even when I didn't want to forgive. She taught me how to love, even when I didn't want to love, and all those things. And so I think for me, the biggest impact in my life is my mom, even to this day. And she does her best to make sure that I stay on the right path, and she does her best to check me. Even when I'm out with my boys, she'll call me like, hey, it's getting late. You should probably head home, you know? And she don't even have my location. She just knows, like, I know you out late. Just be careful, like, you know?
Yeah.
And so, but she's my hero. And I think not only did she adopt 4, but she already had 4 kids of her own. So that's 8 children, a single mother.
That is remarkable.
That's
A
amazing.
single mother. And I've never seen her complain. I've never seen her regret, like, her decisions. And so it's just so impactful for me. And she's definitely just someone I look to as just my hero.
Wow.
So.
Okay. And I can agree on that, but like instead of my hero being my mom, it's my father.
Okay.
You want to expound?
I know my mom has carried me for like a good 9 months.
Oh, yeah.
But like,
I hope so.
Just 9 months.
Just
Just
9. Quick 9. It's a
but
quick 9.
like sometimes like the way she like treats me, I feel like it's not fair because one second you'll go from screaming at me and then the next second you're just talking to me like nothing happened those seconds ago. But my dad, he'll just like come and talk to me about my problems and like he wouldn't like tell me, he wouldn't joke around or say like, Melanie, get out the room please, because what are you doing? Like she wouldn't do any of that. My dad would just sit there and listen.
Well, that's good. We need those people that we can talk to that can meet us on our level. But then we also understand that, you know, as people, we're not perfect products, and the love that your parents have for you is indescribable. Coming from a parent. So, you know, we have high highs, we have low lows, you know. So each method of communication, the foundation of it is definitely love.
100%.
Indeed.
100%.
Appreciate you sharing that, Melanie.
Yeah.
You're welcome. What's something you recently changed about your mindset recently?
That's a good question.
That's a really good question. Recently, I would say it was to be more, how would I word this? To be more, don't expect people to move like you move. And what I mean by that is that, you know, I think a certain way. And so sometimes I get caught up in like, but why aren't you thinking this way?
Yeah.
You know, like it makes sense. How aren't you not getting that? Like, how are you not understanding that? And I found myself getting frustrated where I had to pause and say, hey, like, let's slow down. This person, they just, you know, process things differently. They look at things differently, and that's okay. But sometimes, you know, you just, and I don't know if it's because I set certain expectations about people that they don't meet. And, I got to tell myself, hey, that's not fair. Everybody's different. And so I think for myself, I'm just telling myself, like, hey, you got to be more fair. You can't expect certain things from everybody. Because the truth is, if someone was doing that to me, I'd probably be mad. I wouldn't like it.
Yeah,
And so
absolutely.
So I got to kind of check myself. And I think that's a lesson for you guys, too. Like, there should be a moment in your day or maybe at the end of the week where you just self-examine yourself. Like, hey, how was I this week? How was I as a friend? How was I as a daughter, as a son? As a father, just seeing like, man, where can I improve? Where can I get better?
Yeah.
So,
Right.
Or where can you give grace, right? Where you can give a little bit more patience, a little bit more understanding. I have plenty of those moments, trust me, where I reflect on moments I could have given a little bit more grace and could have been a little bit more understanding. But I think that's being an educator, though, right? We want to bring everybody along with us, learn as quickly as we do, understand it as quickly as we do. But that's not realistic at all on any level.
Yeah, because I've noticed that even it'll seep in from my personal life into my work life.
Yeah.
And I'll catch myself doing it with students. I'm like, Mr. Carrasco, what are you doing? Like you gotta be patient. With this student, it's gonna take a little longer, and that's okay. But it's just like, I want you guys to be so good, and I'm so excited that you guys are learning.
Be good right now.
But there's a process, and we gotta trust that process.
Trust the process, indeed. Except if you're in Philadelphia, don't trust that process at all. All right, guys. Mr. Carrasco, do you have any questions for our crack panel?
Yes, I do. And
Or for us.
yeah. Oh, I have a question. My question would be, what would you like your middle school teachers to remember you as or like?
Loud, outgoing, and crazy.
You got to be more detailed than that.
Yeah, you gotta be way more detailed. I'm not letting you slide with just that. We need more detail.
I say loud because I'm a heavy speaker. Like I talk with a lot of emotion and I'm just very loud when I speak. It doesn't matter who I'm talking to or what I'm talking to. I'm a very loud speaker.
Are we talking about volume or context or
Both.
emotion?
Both. All three.
All three. Okay, we went from 1, 2, 3.
Trifecta.
We got it. I know, right?
I say outgoing because I'm the type of friend to be unemployed and to just down to do whatever I want, whatever you guys want. That's not a lie. If my friend calls me asking to go outside for a good hour and go do some crazy stuff, I'm gonna say yeah because I have nothing to do.
So you're just always down. You're just like, I'm ready.
Yeah, I'm ready for anything.
Okay.
All right.
Mason.
I respect that.
Okay. How I would like my middle school teachers to remember me as funny, funny, amazing, great, because I have a very outspoken personality. I like to talk and speak and just have fun. And there's a group of teachers that I personally really like, and that I have a deeper connection with them because they are amazing, honestly. And the rest of the teachers, I don't like you guys. But yeah. So
Thank you, guys.
Wait, I have another question. What is some, I guess, advice would you give Mr. Mason and I, since you're graduating, where maybe we can improve as educators for the next class?
I'm not going to take this advice, but I'd like your responses anyway.
I would just like to know.
It's good to just hear it.
You know.
I guess.
okay.
Do you think there's any areas where we can improve? Or educators in general, not just specifically us two.
Okay.
It could be us too.
All right, we want all the smoke then. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Don't let no child or no adult get in the way you think or feel about teaching a student, keep moving forward. Yeah.
You sound like a greeting card.
I know, right? I was thinking about that.
So don't let outside influences.
Yeah.
Just make us
Keep on moving. Don't stop. Yeah.
stick to the
Okay.
game plan.
Melanie, what would your advice be?
Okay, Mr. Mason, my advice to you:
Oh boy, here we go.
don't. If you ever get frustrated, take a break. Count to 5, then
Take a breather.
to 1.
I actually did that today.
Instead of
growth.
That's good advice, Melanie.
What is one thing you definitely remember Mr. Mason about that you're like a good thing? Like you're just like, man, I'm gonna miss Mr. Mason.
that one time where I used to sit and behind him next to him, and I said something about Monopoly, and then he just said a funny. I can't remember the joke, but it was such a funny joke that I could not stop laughing. I went to the corner of the room, and I literally had like a whole laugh attack in the corner, crying and everything. Like, I could not stop laughing.
Oh, so Mr. Mason, your humor.
There's been some good times.
Yeah.
There's been some good times.
man.
Indeed. I
And then all the
appreciate that.
times that he stole all my quotes and put it on his board and then tried to use it and put his name under it as he wrote it and he said it, when that's not true.
Wow.
See, this is the thing about if I get to the copyright office first, it's mine.
No, really.
If I get to the patent office first, it's mine. That's how it works.
Not if I say it first.
I'm calling my lawyer.
I'm calling my.
Say what I said. You did not trademark your
gonna sue
intellectual
you.
property.
I'm gonna call my lawyer.
Thank you, Mr. Carrasco, for joining us.
Thank you so much, Carrasco.
So much, guys.
You're the
This is
best.
So much fun.
Appreciate all you shared with us.
Yes.
We got a little deep. We got a little
I know,
deeper
I
than
kinda-
we
hope it
thought,
wasn't
right?
too deep. I hope it wasn't
I
too
kind of
It
teared
was
up a
good.
little bit, like as you were speaking about, it's like my eyes are getting watery, but I'm fine.
All right. For Mr. Carrasco, for Melanie, for Mason, thank you guys for listening once again to the MS582 Bulldog Podcast. Make sure you guys subscribe to the YouTube. Make sure you guys subscribe on Apple Podcasts as well. Have an amazing, amazing day.
Later.
Yay!
5 stars. 5 stars.